Hi, Parin. So on the first question, which was bar 4 to 5, I'm actually staying in form number 1, which is the gap that's right here. So we're not supporting it like form number 2. So while I'm playing those chords, you can see that I'm staying in that shape with the gap, and then when I go up to the next one, I stay with that gap. So if I show you this angle, you can see that it keeps with that. So what is the trick to doing this? Well, the trick is just to practice, and you can simplify your practice, kind of like put it into a bar, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that whole time, I'm keeping that shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm keeping that shape intact. So I don't remember the fingering that I used exactly because it's been about a year or so, but maybe it was 1 and 2, and then drop the middle finger down, and then keep the middle finger there, add the ring finger. And then here, I guess, is probably what's the hardest part for you, is this transition. So maybe there's an easier way. Let's see. No, it is a really tricky. So actually, I do think that would be the easiest way. First and second, and then third and second for the third chord. So the tricky thing is that you have to lift the ring finger up. We don't need it anymore. And the middle's got to come up to that 4th fret of string 3, and the index has to anchor on the 3rd fret for strings 1 and 2. So that's the change that you want to work on. Let's see if we can get the camera a better shot. So it's all about moving every finger in unison. So you can see 3 and 2 lift up, 2 goes to where it's got to, and index comes and does a partial bar. But the whole time that gap stays intact. So that's probably just the one that you want to loop the most. And just watch that form, make sure you have that gap right there, and you get that transition nice and smooth. Now, bar 13, the outro, actually keeps in I haven't played in a while. Okay, so you were right on this one, where it goes from the second form to help support while you're walking down, so the one where it's on the bottom of the neck. But when you go up to this D chord, you have to jump back to the form 1. So it's basically the same thing as what we just talked about. You just want to practice that last bar. So you just want to loop that one section. And just do it over and over again. And that's really the trick, is that everything has to move in unison. So that's the hardest part about doing chord jumps and chord changes, is that a lot of times I watch beginners, they'll change one finger at a time, or they'll stack a chord with one finger instead of all 3. So that's what I would suggest to work on for that. Let me know if you have any other questions too. I'm always happy to help. And good job for getting to that place in the course. You're almost done, so awesome. Keep up the good work.